Watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. The investigation into a fatal plane crash in one part of Luzerne County over the weekend continues. Members of the National Transportation Safety Board have been in Hanover Township since the incident occurred Saturday afternoon. What's described as an amateur-built aircraft crashed 3 minutes after taking off from Wyoming Valley Airport on Doran's Farm on East Mary's Road in Hanover Township. The pilot and passenger on board both died at the scene. Investigators with the NTSB spent yesterday collecting and documenting the wreckage of the aircraft and will now take it to Delaware, where they'll continue the investigation. The NTSB is also asking anyone who finds any of the wreckage, which they say may be in an area from the airport in Forty Fort to the crash site, or may have witnessed the crash or may have video, to contact them. A Saturday afternoon fire in downtown Tamaqua leaves 13 people homeless and damaged several buildings on West Broad Street. Firefighters were called to 117 West Broad just before 4:30 to a large fire. Over a 2-hour period, flames damaged multiple buildings down the block. Tamaqua Fire Chief James Conley said the investigation is ongoing and no cause has been determined, but luckily everyone who lived in the 117 West Broad Street apartments made it out safely, and said that firefighters rescued 6 dogs, 5 cats, and a ferret, but 1 cat also remains missing. Patricia Daly, disaster captain with the American Red Cross Tri-County chapter, said Sunday the organization assisted 5 families with clothing, food, and lodging. A man is locked up in Schuylkill County Prison for breaking into a Frackville home. According to court documents, state police responded to a home in the 100 block of South Center Street in Frackville on October 24th after a man reported that someone was trying to enter his home. When troopers arrived on scene, the victim said he heard banging noises from outside and found his back door kicked in. The man was then in the doorway pointing a gun at him. The man fled after the victim yelled. Police reviewed surveillance cameras and identified the suspect as 49-year-old Jonathan Ketchlares of Ashland. The victim told police that Ketchlares used to reside in the home next door, and the two have had issues in the past. He was taken into custody later that day on charges of criminal trespass, breaking into a structure, simple assault, reckless endangering another person, and criminal mischief. He was arraigned and locked up in the Schuylkill County Prison on $100,000 straight cash bail. A man is wanted in Schuylkill County after failing to appear in court back in March. Schuylkill County detectives are asking the public to help locate 37-year-old Corey John Allen, who failed to appear at the Schuylkill County Courthouse back on March 11th. His court appearance was for misdemeanor charges for retail theft for altering label and price markings. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Corey John Allen is being asked to call the District Attorney's Office at 570-628-1350 or the Schuylkill County Tip Line at 570-624-3988. Allen is described as 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing 230 pounds, and anyone who may see or come in contact with him again is asked to call the Schuylkill County 911 Center immediately. All information received remains confidential. Changes could be coming to drivers of the Pennsylvania Turnpike to hold them more accountable for paying their late tolls. A bill passed by the State House and Senate would reduce the amount needed in unpaid tolls to suspend a vehicle registration. It would go from $500 down to $250. And according to Turnpike officials, estimates are some 25,000 vehicle registrations would be suspended. Officials are also working with other states where drivers also owe tolls to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Once the bill is signed by Governor Tom Wolf, changes would go into effect in 60 days. The general election, November 8th, 1 week from tomorrow. The deadline to request mail ballots is tomorrow, November 1st. You can do so by visiting the Election Bureau at Penn Place, that's 20 North Pennsylvania Avenue in Wilkes-Barre, before 4 o'clock tomorrow to apply for a mail ballot in person. If you're approved, you would receive the ballot on the spot. Mail ballots may be returned to one of the 4 drop boxes available in Luzerne County: Misericordia University, Pittston Memorial Library, Wright Township Volunteer Fire Department, and the Penn Place building. Now, the only drop box that will be available in Luzerne County on Election Day to return your ballot is at Penn Place, and it will be open till 8 p.m. In-person voting will also be open at polling places next Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and more voting information is available at luzernecounty.org. Coming up on WYLN News, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, success in Pennsylvania, plus a new hockey rink in Wilkes-Barre. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Gabby and I'm 7 years old. Tomorrow might be 2 inches of rain. Signing out. Bye.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
On this final day of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, our Rebecca Martini has the feel-good story on how one organization helped women around Pennsylvania.
In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the PA Commission for Women in Adagio Health hosted a reception to honor patients, providers, and survivors.
The women in this room are so powerful in our like-mindedness and dedication to women's health, and specifically to progress around breast cancer screening, detection, and treatment here in Pennsylvania. So 24,000 patients have been screened, and we have provided more than 41,000 mammograms. That is worth a round of applause.
In order to raise awareness of the importance of early detection and screening, Adagio Health joined forces with local organizations to provide care regardless of insurance status.
Our annual Women's Health Fair was born in May of 2021, giving those who are under and uninsured the opportunity to obtain free or reduced cost health screenings for breast cancer, cervical cancer, and new this year, cardiovascular screening. Over 20 additional community organizations that came out to join us at our health fair. The health fair has become a staple for advocacy on behalf of the women in Monroe County.
Awards were given to patients, providers, and survivors who have gone above and beyond in their efforts to help women in Pennsylvania.
And as you can imagine, I don't like making or going to these appointments, but I am so grateful not to have to be worried about the expense. Even the extra imaging, the ultrasound, the consultation with my doctor about what to do about the imaging, and the biopsy were all covered. Thank you. Realize many women who call you are dreading this appointment, fearing this appointment. You are their advocate. You are the soothing voice that helps them take back the reins of their runaway thoughts. And you're their educator that clues them in to what they don't even realize they need to know.
In the wise words of all of these wonderful advocates, early detection saves lives. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Rebecca Martini.
What took 6 months to build is now open. The deck hockey ring at the Toyota Sports Complex in Wilkes-Barre made its debut Sunday. The outdoor rink is not your typical hockey rink. There's no ice or skates. It's a court, and you use a ball. According to officials, it's a fun and affordable way to enjoy the sport of hockey. Those interested in the deck hockey facility can sign up for more information online coming about more programs and events. For more information, visit wbspenguins.com. The Department of Military and Veterans Affairs hosting the 5th and final virtual Veteran Town Hall of the year, coming up this Wednesday, November 2nd from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The Town Hall focusing on honoring veterans for their service and sacrifice. And if you're interested, you could visit dmva.pa.gov Veterans Affairs page for more information. The Powerball drawing for tonight is worth an estimated $1 billion, that's with a B, dollars, or the cash amount of $497.3 million. No one picked all the correct numbers for Saturday's drawing, but a Pennsylvania lottery retailer in Columbia County sold a Powerball with a Power Play ticket worth $150,000 for Saturday's drawing. The Quick Shop on 3 Fowlersville Road in Orangeville now earns a $500 bonus for selling that winning ticket. And there was also reports of a $1 million winner in Florida. So you got to play to win. Good luck out there. Coming up on West Hazelton's News Choice, we talk about the Foster Grandparent Program. Plus, leading the way with Hazelton Parks and Recs Director Allie McKittrick, Part 1. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Penn State Hazelton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing. backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
Hi everybody. This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, it's a special show. Donnie Stefanisco from McAdoo, this is his third time on the show, but he was on the floor, couldn't move, and he sent me 50 patients once I got him better. What a great story. Make sure you tune in.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome to Community and You, and Colleen Garrison is joining us today. And Colleen, you have a very interesting and wonderful program, Foster Grandparents. Tell us about that.
Yes, thank you, Paula. The Foster Grandparent Program, which is in its 57th year, by the way, is a program that matches seniors over the age of 55 with schools and then children in those schools who are at risk or who need special attention as far as literacy or math skills or just social skills.
How does that work?
So the foster grandparent would contact me if they want to be involved. We go through a screening process. We do background checks on each individual volunteer, and then they tell me what school they would like to be placed at. Usually it's very close to their home. Some people walk to the school because the school is so close. They tell me what age group they'd like to be with. Some want to be with babies, some want to be with preschoolers, some with kindergarten kids. They just tell me, and then I match them up with a teacher who needs a foster grandparent, because the role of the foster grandparent is to assist the teacher in helping the students learn more about the activity or the reading assignment that the teacher has presented.
In the classroom?
In the classroom, yes.
Wow.
Yes, so it's like the foster parent and the student would have a one-on-one relationship in the classroom where that child knows that he or she can go to the foster grandparent for help if they need assistance with anything that they're working on in the classroom.
And do they come at a certain time during class, like once a week, twice a week? How would you determine that?
So the volunteer, we can actually allow them to work as little as 5 hours or as many as 40 hours.
Oh.
So it's entirely up to the volunteer depending on their calendar and what appointments they have and things like that. And they work that out with the teacher, and they tell the teacher, I can be here these days at this time, and the teacher always loves to have the foster grandparents in the classroom. And the kids love to see when their grandma or grandpa comes in, their eyes light up and they run over to them. It's just fabulous.
And how do the children's family work around this then? They must know that they have this contact.
Right, so the families are informed by the teachers that there is a foster grandparent in the classroom, and the foster grandparent is working with your son or daughter. And usually, we've never had any complaints by any parents with extracurricular help for their children.
Wow. And when we're talking about the foster grandparent program, you said 55?
Yes, 55 or older. There is an income guideline. AmeriCorps Seniors is the one who funds the program, and they set the income guidelines no more than 200% of the national poverty level, which is around $27,000 for one individual. But what we do is we take that income, say you make $31,000.
Right.
We will look at your medical expenses and your health care premiums and things like that, and we will deduct that from your income to see if you meet the guideline.
And that's for the foster grandparent?
That's for the foster grandparent.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Now, the children, they could be matched with any child. The children's income, the household income does not matter as far as this program goes.
How many do you suppose, because I know you're in Luzerne and Wyoming counties,
Yes.
So about how many foster grandparents do you think that you're dealing with right now?
Right now, we have about 76 foster grandparents. Most of them are in the Luzerne County. We are expanding into Wyoming County. We have a few. But here in Hazleton, we have 16 foster grandparents, and they go into Head Start locations, Child Development Council centers, and the elementary schools.
So if you are interested in the program and you're thinking, oh, well, I don't know any kids anymore, mine are all gone.
Yeah.
Would you have a suggestion for them where they might fit in?
Oh, definitely. So what happens is the teachers, too, will call me and say, I really need a foster grandma.
Wow.
Please send one to me when you have one. So that's my role, is to, link up the foster grandparent with a school and with a teacher.
Well, I'm sure you can always use more.
Oh, yes, and that's why we're asking now,
Okay.
if you're interested.
Well, I'm telling you right now, you
Yes.
look right into that camera,
Thank you.
you tell them how to get in touch with you, you tell them all the good stuff, Colleen.
Thank you, Paula. So, again, my name is Colleen Garrison. I'm the director of the Foster Grandparent Program for Luzerne and Wyoming counties. My phone number is 570-961-1950. You can also email me at c.garrison@telespond.org. And there's also a website. It's www.telespond.org.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to hear more from you.
Yes, definitely.
Soon
Definitely.
on Community and You. All
Thank you, Paula.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
In Hazleton, talk to State Farm agent Pete Keselika.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, here to ask you, is your kitchen ready for an overhaul? We offer free in-home consultation and design, no interest financing, professional removal and installation, countertop and backsplashes, hardwood and laminate floors, kitchen appliance sales, service and installation, and of course, everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Hazleton Park and Recs Director Allie McKittrick is leading the way into part 1 of this week's series. Welcome to Leading the Way. This week we are introducing you to Allie McKittrick, and Allie is the Director of Parks and Recreation. Did I get that right?
You sure did.
For the city of Hazleton. Now, that's quite a job, and she is definitely a fun lady. So, we're going to find out how she got here, but first, Allie,
yes,
take us back. Way back when you were just a little Allie, and Parks and Recreation were things that you were out there saying, "Can't we go there?"
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
In Arizona.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I grew up, and I mostly, it sounds weird to say this, but I did mostly grow up outside. I have 4 brothers. We were all very active, and I could think of myself as a little kid. It was kind of like one of those nightlight situations, like when the lights came on, then you had to be home for dinner, but it was like we were pretty much outside all the time.
See, now that's just something, because whenever I talk to someone here and we talk about growing up, we all have those kind of memories where the street lights came on, it was time to come home. So things weren't too much different in Northeast Pennsylvania than Arizona, but I bet you didn't have snow.
We didn't have snow. In fact, snow and rain both were something that we celebrated. So even when it happens now, people say, "Oh, it's miserable weather," and I think, "Oh no, I love this. It's like very poetic weather." But yeah, we would celebrate. The most snow that we got in the little town I'm from called Superior was just 1 inch, and but we would drive up a little bit to the mountains, and then we would get to play in the snow. So that was always a really big deal and a very exciting thing for us.
So that's and you were the only girl.
Yeah, I was the only girl.
Were you the baby, or
4 out of 5?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I never had to share socks or underwear.
Yeah, so that's a plus, or too many of your toys. So here you are. You're going to school. What did you like in school?
Actually, I really liked school. So it was like I liked a lot of the subjects, but I was always naturally really good at art. So that was an easy one for me. And I liked math actually, and reading, and I liked school. That's like not a popular thing to say, but it was something that I've always loved. I'm a lifelong learner, and so to me it's always exciting. I'm still the same way. Like, I love learning new things. So sometimes I annoy people by all the questions that I ask, but it's because
good.
I love to learn.
Well, that's good. So now here you are, you go to school, and you were in high school as well for Arizona?
Yes, yep.
So did you go on to college or go into career? What was next?
Yeah, I did some college, and then I actually took some time off. I got married, had kids, and I stayed home and raised the kids for a while. And during that time, I did a lot of
what do I want to be?
Yeah, like self-training. So I learned, I taught myself HTML, built a website, and I learned graphic design during that time. And that has really served me throughout the years. And I've also done counseling and things like that. So I have a very varied history as far as jobs.
But that's a good thing, because here you are, and as we introduced her, Parks and Recreation. So when we come back tomorrow, we're going to find out how Allie got from Arizona all the way cross country to here in Hazleton on Leading the Way. And that's the news on this Halloween evening. So she's not a witch dog, but she's wearing her witch hat, Mia, and Spider Paula, wishing you a wonderful and safe Halloween evening. And remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.